Question number 10, Tom Rutherford.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question is to the Minister of Science, Innovation and Technology. What steps is the government taking to support science and innovation to grow the economy and improve the health of New Zealanders?
The Honourable Dr Shane Reti.
Mr. Speaker, the government is committed to supporting research that delivers impact where it matters most. For example, that's why we've recently announced $75 million to boost New Zealand's resilience to infectious diseases and pandemic preparedness through the Infectious Diseases Research Platform. We're currently seeing an outbreak of measles in New Zealand, which has reinforced the need for robust infectious disease research and response systems.
Supplementary, how is the government empowering our world-class scientists, universities and research organisations to turn ideas into market-ready solutions?
Mr. Speaker, today I announced new rules for managing intellectual property that will ensure our brightest minds are incentivised and supported to turn ideas into impact. Currently, each university and research organisation manages intellectual property differently, and institutions often claim ownership of discoveries made by their researchers. This can limit inventors' ability to commercialise their work and drive growth. Under our new policy, university researchers will have the first right to commercialise their inventions, either independently or alongside their universities for support. This approach will foster and drive more innovation so Kiwi-made discoveries reach New Zealanders and the world faster, improving lives, creating jobs and driving economic growth.
Supplementary, what recent announcements has the government made to explore new areas of scientific discovery?
Mr. Speaker, the government has refocused the Marsden Fund so that it fosters breakthrough discoveries with the potential to deliver lasting benefits for our economy, health and environment. With this in mind, last week more than $80 million was announced for 107 different Marsden Fund research projects. These projects include improved cancer treatments and cleaner energy solutions for industry, which will support established research leaders as well as the next generation of emerging scientists.
How does the science and innovation sector feature in the government's plan to deliver greater economic growth?
Mr. Speaker, innovation, technology and science is important to the government's Going for Growth agenda. As well as the initiatives I have just discussed, we are also investing $42 million for a new biodiscovery platform, $70 million for artificial intelligence, $71 million for new materials and magnets, $40 million for Endeavour Smart Ideas, and $183 million for Endeavour research projects. These will all create new opportunities within our science sector and support high-value jobs for New Zealanders.
Question number 11, Reuben Davidson.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question is to the Minister for Science, Innovation Technology and asks, how many full-time research jobs have been lost or left unfilled in the last 2 years as a result of funding cuts or restructuring in the science system?
The Honourable Dr Shane Reti.
Mr. Speaker, I am advised that there have been 114 science jobs associated with the disestablishment of Callaghan Innovation. I am further advised that there has been a net reduction of 224 science staff within the CRI/public research organisations from July 2024 to September 2025. However, these are not the result of the current reforms of the science system, but rather operational decisions. It's important to note that our science organisations make changes to staffing levels for a variety of reasons as they adjust to changes in emerging priorities and fluctuations in market conditions, including success in contestable funding and commercial revenues.
Has he asked how many of the 200 Kiwis a day leaving the country to find work overseas are scientists?
Mr. Speaker, I value all of these scientists who are currently in the system and who currently may be making a choice to go offshore. I would encourage them to contribute or be a part of the funding I have just announced. But furthermore, I'm encouraged by the biannual Stats New Zealand R&D survey that shows the broader New Zealand science sector has actually grown from 28,200 roles in 2022 to 30,600 roles in 2024, adding around 2,400 full-time roles.
Supplementary. Does he agree with the winner of the Prime Minister's Science Prize, who last month said, if the funding doesn't change, quote, scientists will pack their bags and move to other countries, end quote. And if not, why not?
Mr. Speaker, I agree with the winner of that award and congratulate him on the good work that he was doing, and I can reassure him that during this period of the government's restructuring of the science sector reforms, the funding for the science portfolio has not changed.
Supplementary. Will he, instead of cutting jobs, ring fence or expand support for early career researchers to encourage our youngest and brightest to stay in New Zealand?
Mr. Speaker, early career researchers are well looked after through a number of funding mechanisms, including Marsden, including HRC, including Endeavour funds, and we'll continue to ensure that pipeline of emerging researchers through to later careers.
Great. What is he more proud of? The $10 million invested in the Deep Heat geothermal project, or the $11 million he has spent to make scientists redundant at Callaghan Innovation?
Oh, Mr. Speaker, if the member is proposing that they should receive no redundancy, he should discuss that with the PSA, and I'm very proud of the $10 million for deep heat supercritical geothermal energy in the Taupo volcanic zone.
Supplementary. Is the winner of the Prime Minister's Science Prize right to accuse the current Prime Minister Luxon of being, quote, an idiot for running a government who budgeted more for AI than for the Marsden Fund, end quote, and characterised his government's science funding as, quote, batshit, end quote, for budgeting 327 times more funding for a single road than to basic science?
Mr. Speaker, I thank the Prime Minister for his support of the science portfolio and would suggest that some accurate numbers actually be done. Marsden was $70 million or more in 1 year. AI is $70 million over 7 years.
Question number 12,
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Rema Narkley.
My question is to the Minister for Mental Health and asks, what recent announcement has he made regarding the mental health and addiction